Cars Without Limits, welcome to Florida. This is our first video here in Florida, and welcome to Ikonic The Collection. Behind me, there's a lot of crazy cool cars that we don't get to see quite often. So join me and let me show you guys the vehicles we have here.
Hi, I'm John, and I work here at Ikonic The Collection, so come on in. All right, so right this way we have our Ikonic offices.
Yeah.
This helmet actually came with the Monza. We just kind of have it here on display.
Okay,
So the SP2.
SP2?
Yes.
Because of course no roof, no windshield, so I guess
That's right, that's right.
You
You have to have some type of protection. Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
I assume that's the same case for like an Elva too, right?
Yes,
But
for
I'm
sure.
not sure if the Elva, do you know if the Elva came with the helmet?
I don't know.
Did you guys ever have an Elva?
No.
Ferrari.
This is a Duesenberg, actually, a 1933, if I'm not mistaken.
I love the condition on this. I mean, the paint just actually, it glistens. Like the red still looks like it was painted on.
It is the color, it just pops, and these lights kind of help it a lot.
And you can actually see the white walls on the tires.
Yeah, well, it's
white.
still tough to get them, to keep them white.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, because it's so old, 30s.
It's a nice spec with the red on tag.
That's right.
Classy spec.
That's right.
What is it? What is this right here?
All right, so as you know, Barry, he likes his silver, so he brought down
silver, just silver bar.
straight silver.
Wow.
Straight silver. If you could, try to move one of those things. Yeah.
I can move it, but I can't lift it. How much do you think this is?
So each bar is about 77 to 80 pounds, somewhere in that range. So.
You guys have just like almost
Yeah, had to get this glass special made to support that. Had to support that weight.
How much would you say this is worth right here?
Oh man, it just depends on. It varies on the price of. The price of the ounce of gold.
Right.
But it's a lot of money. I can tell you that much.
I mean, quite a statement piece for just walking.
All right, so check it out. This is the showroom.
Man, this showroom is actually pretty unbelievable. I mean, there's so much to kind of take in. I mean, aside from the fact that you've got a 1 of 10 Apollo IE in orange, MC12 Corsa. I mean, I see gorillas here. I see an eagle there. There's a prism there. What's going on here? I mean, I want to start off with the cars. I mean, let's start right here with this MC12 Corsa.
Yeah, this is an MC12 Corsa that's been modified to be street legal, actually, and so Barry's taken it around. He's gone to rallies. He's done all kinds of things in this thing, and it is insanely loud. It is almost. You can't.
It doesn't really get crazier than that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Because
I would say this is one of the loudest.
Loudest? I mean, we got to hear it up. I mean, later on throughout the day, we got to hear what this loudness sounds like. In Toronto, I mean, dude, we have literally 2 MC12s that I know of. One was actually in Montreal. One was in Toronto. The regular MC12s. Yeah. But to see an MC12 Corsa and in orange, I mean, those two were, the very the spec that was white and blue, the very common spec.
Yes.
But to see orange with the gray accent work and even his logo incorporated right on the front, it's pretty wicked. Yeah, Barry went with the orange. He added the gray and all the other things, but that's Barry. He likes to be different, and as you can tell by this place, it's the cars to him are art, and obviously the art is different, and all the colors is what make it unique and it catches your eye. I think that's what is a valuable thing that we have here going on. So moving on from one orange car to another orange car, I mean, we got to talk about this. This right here, Apollo IE, I believe 1 of 10. This is my second time seeing it. Yes. But I mean, just to see the presence of this car and just to be beside it, it's kind of breathtaking, really.
Not a lot of people get to see that,
And to kind of be up close. Just even looking at it right here, there's so much going on, and I really want to dissect this car for a sec. Yes, for sure. Because you look at the front, right? Not only do you have all sorts of splitters and canards everywhere, everything's just on a sharp, angular, jaded edge. Like, correct. You see that these canards are over here, but then you got a diffuser that you would think would end here, but it's actually a little bit lower and kind of extends even more. You look here, you got the fans, and then there's a whole bunch of. What carbon fiber is this? This is actually just the orange color carbon fiber that he specifically chose for this car. And I see.
like you said, this car, you can look at it 100 times and you might miss a thing or two. You know, you'll come back and you're like, oh wait, I missed that. You know, I didn't see this last time.
Every part of the car has some sort of curvature or some design.
And even inside, you know, the interior, you'll see the logo, you know, Ikonic logo in the background.
I see his name is also on it.
That's right, correct, yeah.
So they actually incorporated it into the infotainment system. Well, that's pretty custom.
Yes, that's about as custom as it gets.
Exactly, I've never seen it like, you know, with the LaFerrari, I know that you can get your nameplate on the steering wheel, but to actually incorporate your logo into the actual speedometer and actually use a speedometer, it's in neutral right now, but actually go through the gears, have it switch while the logo stays there.
Yeah, when it fires up, you'll see the logo kind of pop up, and
that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. You know, I like to show that feature to people because not a lot of people get to see that, and not a lot of people get to see this. You know, one of 10. And
I'm surprised because, like I said, I've seen not much of that car, but I've seen Barry drive this to meets. I've seen
for sure.
a lot of pictures. Even when we were walking by the office, you saw some pictures of it attending some shows. And really, like you said, like just you need like about realistically an hour to kind of just take in every angle, because no matter which angle you go in, there's something new to see. There's some different design that you haven't looked at. You look at the spoiler, you have a very distinctive shape. You see that it goes right to the roofline, and then over here it lifts up. It's not fully connected to the main bridge of the spoiler.
No, there's so many, you know, little things that just the regular person wouldn't be able to see it. You know, regular people. I call myself a regular person because I miss things, and I come here and I'm like, wait, I missed that last time.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, even as car guys, I'm still overwhelmed by this. I mean, I love the exhaust. That exhaust tip is very
insane.
Fierce.
Yeah.
It's a fierce, and like I said, even coming here, like the entire wheel area, all the air, all the cuts, and all the line work, it's impressive. I'm gonna come back to this one, but before I come back, I mean, that interior is wicked. I can't believe how small the headrest is. It's literally like almost like a cushion, like a small cushion.
Just to keep your head from hitting that glass.
Exactly, just so that when you're banging through the gears, you're not breaking your neck.
So I want to show you a cool feature.
Yeah.
This is our turntable, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to see it? You want to see it?
Let's have it spin. Yeah.
Cool. Check it out. So this is how we display our cars, you know, and sometimes not necessarily the Apollo. You know, when the 765 LT came in.
Yeah.
We threw it on here and we kind of had
a centerpiece.
Yeah, that's gonna be our centerpiece. And then maybe when the Project One comes in, we'll put it on
I'm sure our Project One would look amazing here.
So then, you know, eventually we'll have, you know, the collection will keep growing, and then we'll display the newer cars here.
It's pretty cool. This is awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you guys have this, because I feel like this just needs, for a collection like this, for a museum piece like this, it just needs to be there.
I'm telling you, this is all Barry's mind. You know, this is he thought about it, and he
the mad genius at work.
Exactly, that's how it is. His mind is different.
So that's a very cool P1. I've seen quite a lot of P1s. I've seen yellow, red, white, black. I've even seen all the carbon ones, green carbon, red carbon. But this looks very familiar. This looks like a cerulean blue.
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I love the silver wheels on it, because it actually gives that nice contrast.
Gives it a little contrast.
Instead of the typical black wheels.
Correct, yes. It's
a
very special car. Barry really loves this car. It's obviously one of our best cars here. It's
one of the prettiest cars for sure.
Yeah, one of the prettiest blues you'll ever see, probably.
Yeah.
It's
it fits the shape of the car, the curvatures and everything.
Yes, for sure.
And then you got the Senna, fully exposed carbon Senna with the red accents to match the interior as well. Really cool.
That was Barry's vision as well. He knew what he wanted, and he went to, you know, straight to McLaren. He's like, all right, I want this. I'm seeing this. This is what I want. This is how I want it.
And then now I guess Barry wanted to take the next level up from there and got the Senna GTR.
Which is another crazy car. Obviously, this is only track legal, but
oh, sure.
Don't tell anybody. We took it to the concourse in Miami 2020, I want to say. And
you guys displayed it?
Yeah. Oh,
that's awesome.
He's like, I'm driving it there.
This is cool. Senna's GTRs, you just don't see it often. I mean, some people don't even see Senna's often, right? So to see a Senna GTR with the entire aero kit, it looks amazing. Before we go to the rest of the cars, I'm kind of getting pretty excited going there. I really want to touch on these cars right here, because it looks like this is a Mercedes design up here. GTR, AMG GTR Pro, SL65 Black Series V12, SLS AMG Black Series, and of course the newest one to join the Black Series fleet, the AMG GT Black Series. But not just any one of them, it's the Project One.
That's right.
Meaning he's going to have a Project One in the near future.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. That's in the near future, and we're excited. hopefully sooner than later it'll be here. But yeah, it's a very beautiful car. Just the paint job alone is you know, out of this world. You know, you don't see a lot of cars be
Not with the
painted
Project One,
no,
yeah. I mean,
no.
and that's a special one, right? Exactly. It's
Very
like,
special.
if you know what the Project One livery is, then you know why this owner has his car and why nobody else has it.
Exactly.
So it's awesome, man. And even just walking through here, it's not just the cars, but you see the artwork, right?
Yes. For example, this is Sacha Jafri's children's portal, and
was this one of the most expensive artworks?
well, this was definitely part of the biggest
Collections?
Not only a collection, it was the part of the biggest art piece in the world, which he painted. I believe it was in Dubai.
I mean, you can see some of the paintbrushes still
You can
inside.
see some. Yeah, if you look in there deep, there's paintbrushes in there. He called it the children's portal because there was lots of children that sent them letters and pictures, and you can see them, you know, within the
kind of just
painting
scattered.
themselves.
I mean, I see the letter J. It looks like there's some addition
see,
signs.
and then there's, you know,
a lot of school related.
Very cool. If you look close enough, you'll never, like I said, you'll never see something like this, and it is beautiful because it represents the children as well, not only from the U.S. but all over the world.
All over the world. And then I just want to touch on these Aston Martins because these aren't just regular Aston Martins. I mean, I've seen Aston Martins. I can tell that that's the V12 Vantage.
Correct. Yes.
But I'm not too keen on what this one is. I haven't seen it. What is this one?
This is the Aston Martin AMR.
Wow.
It is obviously a sedan, but it is cool. And this color
it's got
scheme.
the AMR seats as well.
Correct. Yeah. And if you the paint job alone is catches your eye.
It catches your eye because
we can open it. We can look in there.
And that AMR livery is inspired everywhere. You can see it's a little bit on the paddle shifters.
You see a lot of the
and even
race
the
stuff.
cup holder. It's actually that's a pretty cool detail.
And you should hear this car. This car sounds amazing.
There's two cars now that we got to hear up when we start.
Yeah, we're keeping count. Okay, let's see how many we end up by the end of the video.
This is cool. This is the orange.
Yes.
But then there's also a little bit of, is this gold, yellow, gold?
This is yellow, and he wanted, again, Barry thinks different. He thinks outside the box. He's like, I want to just like
the version of cars.
Absolutely.
Orange, yellow, and gold, carbon, with the blue interior, with orange stitching.
You tell me next time you see something like that.
With the yellow calipers.
Correct.
What's going on? Those are pretty cool. And a gorilla. Just casually a gorilla.
Yes.
So I know that car. I mean, I've seen it everywhere. I grew up with calendars of cars, and that's the Celine S7.
Correct, yes.
And to see, I like it in blue. I've seen pictures of it in red, black.
I've seen silver.
Yeah, silver.
I think there was one in a movie or something like that.
Yeah, this is really cool. The blue looks, I mean, we got to hear this one start off.
Oh, man, this is crazy. It's just as crazy as MC12.
This is pretty funky, too.
This is American, American muscle, American history, and it's a beautiful car.
It's a long car.
It's a long car.
It's a long, big car. I mean,
that engine in the back, it's you won't hear anything as loud as this if compared to the MC12.
And you got the roof scoop. Of course, you hear what you drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a cool car. And to be honest, you don't see much of this.
No.
I think I've saw only one. One in my. And I've been doing this for a while now, and I only seen one or two. And to see it in blue, I think it pops a little bit better than the typical black.
And it speaks for Barry's taste in cars. He likes what he likes, and he likes it different.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do like an animal count because we have what looks like a gold crocodile alligator. I'm not sure what the.
I think that's a croc.
Crocodile, right?
Yeah.
You got a gorilla behind me. But the gorilla, I've seen a couple of them already as we were walking around.
Oh, wait, you missed something. There's an elephant outside.
There's an elephant outside?
There is an elephant outside.
Oh my gosh. Talk about elephant in the room. That's an elephant in the same setup as the gorilla and the crocodile. That's wicked. I love the green. Not often you're going to see a green elephant. But this is cool. The spikers, you guys have two of them.
Yes.
Looks like you guys have a spiker bike as well.
Spiker bike and the watch as well.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that.
And we do have the spiker boat as well, which is another amazing,
rare
just
piece.
like the cars, it is amazing and it's very rare. It is very cool, and Spiker made some amazing cars.
So we have one in Toronto.
Yeah.
A silver one, which was previously owned by Jennifer Lopez.
Gotcha.
So this is probably the third one that I've seen here. Which one? What's the difference between these? Are they the same model?
Yeah, same. Well, this is Cabriolet.
Okay.
The C8. Yeah, they're both C8s. But
is one more rare than the other?
That I don't know, but
because this has like a
it's just a hard top.
Okay.
But this might be actually more rare, just because it's soft top, and the details on these cars are just amazing.
A little bit very intricate.
Very intricate. You get in there, it's like a cockpit of a plane, which I imagine is very cool.
So okay, we got to talk about the Ford, but we got to talk about what's behind the Ford, the entire Ferrari setup.
Yeah.
That's the cool Ford. I haven't seen much Ford GTs without the roof.
Yes, I don't know if it's because of the X1, but the X1 means that there's only 39 to 40. 30
and worldwide?
Yes.
And I see that there's a special badge here. So that's the badge, the GTX badge.
Yeah.
I was telling.
Oh wait, maybe cut this out. But 36 of 500.
Out of 500, so it's still a very limited amount of units. And
yeah, definitely.
Before we get lost in the Ferraris, I like my SP1s and SP2s. So I do want to take a look at this one because I think this would be my 4th SP2 if I'm not mistaken. So
we're about to see your 5th as well. So
you guys have 2 here?
Yes, we do.
That's amazing. I mean, so was the helmet for this car or was it for a different car?
For the other one. This actually belongs to Barry's friend, one of his dear friends, and he's keeping it with us. And we try to take care of it.
Barry's friends got some cool cars.
Yeah. Barry's not the only one.
Yeah, that's wicked because I know there was only 250 of these made.
That's right.
And the entire windshield and roof gone experience is probably something that you can't compete with.
I actually drove it to get PPF'd it's not very far, probably 3 or 4 miles away. It's pretty cool to drive. It's very different for sure.
It probably doesn't compare with anything. I mean, a convertible probably doesn't even touch any close with
it. No, you feel exposed to say the least.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to.
Yeah, you tell me.
F50.
Correct.
Enzo, yes. SF90, SP2, LaFerrari. I'm not sure what's behind the.
That is a Super America.
Okay.
That is a 2003, if I'm not mistaken, Super America. That is another very rare Ferrari. I think it's a very beautiful car. But if I had to pick, I'm an Enzo guy.
Of course, I mean the Enzo was legendary.
The timeless design of this car. You can pull up to any place here and they think it's a brand new car just because of the design.
It looks fitting. It's
ageless. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, that's literally a great term. And then let's talk about this right here, Pista. 488 Pista A12 GTS convertible.
Correct. Yes.
A12 Superfast Coupe. This is the
Lusso.
GTC4 Lusso. And then I really dig this spec, the F12 TDF, 458 Speciale Aperta, and 599 GTO.
Yes.
GTO. Wow. I think it's kind of overwhelming in Ferraris. And then, of course, the SP2. Barry's SP2.
Correct, yes.
And, of course, the LaFerrari as well.
The SP2 is, I think it's one of the most beautiful cars they've made. I like the design. I feel a little too exposed when I drive it.
I love the entire carbon in the middle.
It is crazy what they did, even just for the mirrors.
To put a side mirror, and even the passenger gets like a little windscreen. Well, I'm not sure what that's stopping.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a
little bit of a duct.
Yeah, like it kind of shoots the air up in the air.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you got the huge Scuderia painted shields. These are classic. These are really some of my favorite Ferraris from the generation before.
This is beautiful, yeah.
These cars make sounds that you don't get anymore.
No.
These are naturally aspirated V12s, V8s, and there's just something about them that you can't get anymore. So before we head on to the other cars that I'm amazed with, I just want to talk about this because I recalled the butterflies that we were talking about earlier.
Yes. This is the one I was speaking about.
Hold on a second. The actual Superman logo is made out of real life butterflies.
Yes, that's the one I was telling you about. This is gonna be probably one of the coolest pieces here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just because of the way, I mean, who thinks of this? Honestly, only an artist.
I thought it was just a Superman logo until I noticed as we were walking by that it's actual butterflies. I mean, to have everything synchronized, I mean, you got the perfect diamond shape, like it's a straight line.
Yeah,
that's so meticulous of a detail.
Can you imagine how long that took?
Just to make sure it lines up perfectly.
Yes, correct.
That's amazing. And so, oh my gosh, you guys have another P1.
Yeah, we have
and the Black Series, but this, again, Magma Beam Orange.
Yes.
But not the Black Series GTR.
This is a section of that Barry wants Ikonic to start, you know, putting some cars out there for sale.
Okay.
And this is what this is.
These are all the cars that are going to be on
this
the
is
market soon?
This is going to be the place where we're going to display them and use our booth to.
This kind of, it's picking my head a little bit. Aventador SV?
Yes.
But it's not just any Aventador SV, because there's some things that I don't recall on the Aventador
yes,
SV.
These are definitely aftermarket.
Side skirts and the spoiler?
Yes, and it was delivered like this. So when I saw it, I was like, Barry, is that? He's like, no, it was aftermarket, but we did it the right way.
But, so instantly I noticed the small SV logo. Not many people got the small SV logo on the Aventador.
You know what? I was actually part of that. I remember he was getting the car, he spec'd it out, and he's like, what do you think about the big SV? And I'm like, no, just let him wonder. Put a little one on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I've never
right?
I don't really see it
that was
often.
an option. I remember he asked me.
Which one you want, right?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's
like,
got this.
Yeah, everybody's got the SV on the side.
Yeah.
I said, just put it on the side and let it.
But there's a lot of carbon on this car, man. The entire back, the spoiler, the little intakes right here, everywhere. The vents.
Yeah, he tried to go
mirrors.
all carbon, and he definitely.
I love this red.
Definitely likes his
It's
carbon.
a strong red.
Yeah,
it's not
for sure.
a bright. It's not like the Ferrari reds. More like a darker
like
blood
a candy,
red.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Candy red.
And then I gotta say the white P1. You don't see white P1s too often, and it looks cool.
The black wheels, I think, make it, bring it all together.
Yeah, it's a slick spec.
For sure.
It's a slick spec, and it's pretty cool because it's everything else on the car. It's not black. It might look black on camera, but it's all carbon, right?
Yes.
It's all carbon that's factory from the McLaren MSO division, and so it's wicked. And of course, the roof scoop is like, you have to check that off.
Yeah.
That's like the most important thing of any McLaren Ultimate Series car that you get.
Absolutely.
That's a pretty cool studio that you guys have there. So I guess when you guys start selling cars, you guys are going to take the pictures.
We're going to use it for various things. You ready for this one?
So I feel like this is subliminally giving you guys hints of what we're walking into. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this right here literally feels like I'm in a Porsche museum right now, or a Porsche factory.
Yeah, and we just got done with this broom, actually. We were bringing cars from our storage facility into here, just to repositioning them.
But before we flock to this, I just want to make sure we don't miss some of the stuff here. Turbo S, exclusive series Cabriolet.
Yep.
I'm not sure, is that just the...
That's just a hardtop.
That's a hardtop, but you guys got both of it?
Yes.
Same setup,
carbon wheels.
Yeah, wow.
This is a cool car. This is a very cool car.
And you know what? That's pretty cool that you guys got the carbon wheels, because you don't see carbon wheels on Porsches too often.
That option was, I'm sure it was very expensive. I don't know. I don't know numbers.
We can't disclose the price, but
I wouldn't know, even if I did.
So, as we are in the Porsche, we've also got a couple roughs in here as well.
Yes.
This one's very cool.
CT3.
Wow.
I'll show you something kind of cool. Yeah, I want to show you something cool about this car.
Show me.
So, as you can tell by the stripes, one's gold, one's burgundy, I guess. Red, whatever you want to call it.
I see some carbon on there too.
So you see the calipers.
It's red on the other side?
The seats, even the seats. You see the other seat is red. Even the stitching, down to the stitching, how crazy they get with this car.
So hold on. Barry?
No, he bought it like this. Oh. But because this is Barry's style, and that's why he's like, I gotta have that car.
Yeah.
And it's such a badass car.
So that's pretty cool. So you got the seat stitching in yellow.
Yeah.
You got the calipers in yellow. You got the pinstripe on the hood in yellow, which follows along through the entire body of the car. And that's just the left side. That's what the driver gets. And you know what? Even on the canards, you get a little bit of pinstriping on the canards.
Correct. Yes.
Now you switch over to the passenger side, you get the red. You get the red pinstripe. Of course, the same positioning. You got it on the roof, following through the entire body of the car, on the mirrors, red calipers, and actual red stitching. I mean, that's a really cool detail. In the seats, when you're inside, I think that stitching actually plays a difference.
Absolutely.
You notice it, for sure. And that's pretty awesome, and it's impressive to see this car. I haven't seen this car at all. I mean,
it's such a cool car.
As we're walking around here, I mean, you're getting to realize that a lot of these cars I haven't seen quite often. And to see it here in this place, it's a very humbling experience because, like I said, in Toronto, we don't have access to cars like this. But to see it here just kind of...
Well, I'm glad you guys got to come and see it and then, you know, experience the Ikonic collection.
The awe factor and the wowness.
Yeah, for sure. And it is cool to see, you know, when people come and they're like, wow.
All sorts of reactions.
To see their faces. I need to keep like a
picture, like the roller coasters pictures.
That's right. the awe wall of...
So before we start off and go heavy into this, we got two 918s.
Yes.
Golf. But this one's also Golf spec, but it's a little bit different.
This is actually, Barry got this done.
Okay.
This is just the vinyl that he got put on there, but this is actually...
But the actual Golf spec.
Yes, this
Golf
is actually
spec
from Porsche, yes.
Okay, I see. And so this is just this is just what he wanted to have as his design for the 918.
Correct.
With the
and
number
this came
one.
from Porsche, the factory itself, and very special car as well.
So from factory, it comes with the red, the orange stitching.
Yes.
But I see here, this is actually the blue. So you went with the
yes.
Golf blue, and they're both YSAC.
Yes.
Full YSAC packages. Wicked. And then of course you got the Carrera GT now to match the Golf 918.
One of Barry's favorites right here.
And then the 959 to match.
And this actually has the exhaust system in this is nuts. Added to the list of cars we need to.
So we're at number 3 now. Exhaust number 3. We got to check it out.
This car
and I'm
sounds
gonna automatically put the Apollo in there too.
Yeah.
Just because it deserves it. So that's 4.
I have a feeling that list is going to get long very soon.
As we keep walking around, this is wicked. I mean, this is a driver's car. I've heard a lot of stories about this car, and this is
very cool.
A unicorn.
Even where even like the positioning of the gears and all of that, it is
the mahogany on the shift knob, the leather, the dark brown leather.
Can't go wrong with it.
That's a very cool spec. The dark brown leather is very unique.
Very sporty yet very elegant when you look inside of it.
Yeah, like you still feel like you're driving a nice, luxurious German vehicle. And of course you got the 959 to match, of course, the ongoing tradition of the Golf livery.
Yes, this is, I guess this is this was Porsche's first supercar. This is where it all started.
This is where it kind of gave them the drive and the boost to proceed with what you see down there.
Correct.
It's amazing, and it's amazing to see this tribute. It's amazing to see the loss of words that you have when you come, because these are, not only are they sports cars and projects that kind of made a name for Porsche, it's also icons from each generation, right?
Yes.
Icons from decades ago, icons from the generation before.
This is before you were born.
Exactly. It is from when I was before I was born. And even the 918 is almost about 10 years now.
It's crazy to think.
Timeless it is.
Very
10 years,
timeless.
that's a decade. But it looks as if, like you said, a 23 model or a 24 model.
Correct. Yeah, you can pull up anywhere and they would know. You know, people don't know. They would say, oh, that's a brand new car.
It's amazing. And that just goes to show between the Carrera GT and the 918 how similar of a style and how they adapted to the difference. I mean, you could tell by the roof and the engine in the back. Even though one's a hybrid and one's a full gas combustion car, they still got the right DNA between the two of them.
And they both get up and go, that's for sure.
Oh. So tell me a little bit about some of the Porsches that we have around here. That's a 911R.
That's a 911R. There's a
GT3 2RS Club Sport?
Yes.
Okay, and
And
this
a
is
GT3.
Okay.
And we actually have the 4 as well, but that's at the Concourse
I see.
Club, and he uses that at the track.
Okay, so it's actually...
if he goes up there and he just wants to jump and go around the track.
Quickly go for a few laps.
For sure.
Tell me about this car. This seems
that's
pretty special.
That's a 356A, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's factory paint, the green?
I don't think so. I think that was redone.
But it looks epic.
Yeah, it looks as if, Barry
it's a nice green.
Yeah.
It's a very nice green.
He wants to keep it as, as close as possible, and it is a beautiful car. I'm a fan of the oldies and the simple cars.
It looks like there's a cream.
Yes,
the interior is cream.
The interior is cream, and it is very beautiful, to say the least. And as old as it is, it's very well kept and in great condition.
This is, what are we talking about? We're talking about.
Of course, you gotta have the
Gorilla number 3, 4. I kind of lost track.
Yeah, probably.
Take a look at this. He's got the Porsche logo in the mouth of the Gorilla. But I mean, I gotta give credit to this artist. What is this thing? What is this material?
It's a industrial silicone And I can't imagine how long it took him to do this. So not only because of the size of it, but the detail, you know, like to know that this small dot goes here and this big drop goes here, I would go
And to kind of have it where everything fits, right? You look at the arms and the body, it's got the big ones. But on the underside and even on the face, you guys can see how tiny it gets. It gets really tiny to like an eighth of a droplet.
It is an art piece, to say the least. You know, and Barry is very close to this with this artist, and obviously he wanted to do something custom.
And the Porsche Carrera.
Yeah, the Porsche.
The Porsche Carrera. So we got the Porsche collection, we got the Ferrari collection, we've got a bit of Mercedes-Benz in that section as well. Yes. I haven't seen much Lambos here. Is there a reason for that? I saw the SVJ.
Yeah. You know what, Barry? It's not that he doesn't like them. He's just he hasn't came. You know, he hasn't came close to reaching the level with Lambo yet. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely a passionate car enthusiast, and when he likes something, he likes something. So we do have a Diablo that's stored away. And we have that other SV in the back.
I just wanted to point out that gorilla now has a Ferrari badge in its tongue, but also on the shoulder as well. That's pretty wicked. I mean, coming back to this point, I just, the cars are impressive. The cars blow you away. But the sheer size of this Eagle, what is this made out of?
This is stainless steel. Stainless steel. I know that Barry has that idea. I don't know if I mentioned to you that he's going to hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean.
He's gonna hang it from the ceiling. He's gonna be looking at you. I told him to put lasers on the eyes, but I don't know.
That looks pretty cool.
I don't know if that's happening.
Like blue eyes or something like that.
Go along with the walls, you know.
I mean, that's really wicked. That's intimidating.
I want to show you a piece of art that's over here by the S7 that I didn't mention, but it is very unique and it is very, I'm guessing, time consuming. I would never have the patience for this. So this piece itself.
So the logo, his logo.
The logo is made from nails.
What?
Just nails and nails and nails. Can you imagine sitting there doing this whole logo, intricate logo, just nails?
I can't believe that.
If I'm not mistaken, it is 117,000.
And it's not, and it's got actual yarn interlaced.
Yes. It gives it a little depth, and it helps it, not that you can't see.
I mean, if I wasn't, this little piece right here looks like there's about, I don't know, 30, 40 pieces in just this little piece.
Can you imagine?
How many?
I don't know the time frame, but
imagine
if you look on Barry's Instagram, he has a little bit more information.
Imagine the person going to Home Depot or a store and just telling them, "Yeah, I just need like a million nails. Yeah, just give me one skid of nails. Don't worry, I'll pay you what you need."
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go back in time.
We're going back in time to before I was born.
Before I was born.
Fair enough.
Close, but before I was born.
Let's start with the motorcycles. I can appreciate motorcycles. I've always wanted to kind of also, I'm in the car industry, so I actually wanted to kind of get into the motorcycle zone. But these aren't the motorcycles that I'd be getting into. These are classic motorcycles.
Yeah, these are Indians.
And you got the very nice, you got the leather. And not just on the seat, but even on the bottom, I've noticed right now.
Yeah, these are Barry's prized possessions.
Prized possessions, yeah.
He's had these forever. He brought them down from New York, and I've actually never seen him ride it, but it is.
Take a look at that. The detail that you have
here. Very intricate, just like the art, just like the cars. It's like I said.
I love the paint. I love the paint. The orange. I love how the orange is a continued color throughout the collection.
It kind of ties everything. I would say the orange is what ties this place together.
It's like that balanced color. Like there's a pop everywhere, but if you were to call something Barry's color, it would be the orange.
I think so.
You got to tell me a little bit about these cars, because how do you guys keep it in such a pristine condition? I mean, every single car here just looks perfect.
Just to keep it in pristine condition is a full job in itself, a full-time job in itself. But we do, we tried to keep up with them. I have somebody else that helps me, but.
And this is good condition paint, there's no swirl marks or anything.
We tried to keep it, pristine as it was. And not only me, Barry, Barry's his eye is very.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, this is all art, right?
Absolutely.
They're machines, but they're also vehicles, and they're also historical timepieces from that era.
Yes, and that's why we try to keep them kind of like together, you know. So when him and I sat down, we were like, okay, how are we going to do this?
Right.
It's like, well, we like to keep the Ferraris together and kind of put them somewhat in chronological order.
Have like a story, have some sort of depth to it, right? I mean, I love this. I love the color. I love the turquoise.
This thing's like a boat.
And this just, excuse me, is this like a Tiffany color?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Barry when he gets here. But it is a Fairlane, I can tell you that much. And it is like as long as a boat.
And the white walls, oh my gosh. Look at all the details. Look at all the shift. Look at all the buttons. Even the radio switches and the radio buttons.
This is when cars were made.
And look at that. Look at the little garage opener
with a
right
little
there.
bit of with a little bit of weight compared to.
And that's the best part. Look how thin the steering wheel is.
Yeah, so you can swing it around, you know, move it around like a boat.
You've got some crazy cars. Look how long these cars are.
I would say these were Barry's, you know, first collection. You know, this is where he started.
This was as it was starting, before he got to the sports cars.
Barry always had the vision, but this is kind of where he started, and he begun, you know, building all this.
I'm seriously impressed, and I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't really explored classic cars. Again, like I said, it's before I was born, so I haven't been too educated about classic cars. But this really drives me to learn more about it. Just seeing how well they've been conditioned, and to see how it's been held here.
It's the beauty, and it's how well made they were by hand. You know, for example, I'll show you this. This is a Chrysler 300. You flip this lever here. It's like,
no way. That's awesome. So you can actually flip it just to.
It's like you're taking your lady out on a night out, and you just open the door for her.
Scoop it and then slide her in.
Yeah.
So is this just a passenger seat that does this?
I believe so, yes. I haven't even tried it on the other side.
That's crazy. And what year was this vehicle from?
1960, if I'm not mistaken. 1961.
Why did they stop doing this? This is amazing.
Such a cool idea.
This is awesome. I can get so many girls by doing this.
Yeah.
This is awesome. But like I said, like, now I want to go back. I want to actually go on and research some of the vehicles, and it makes me want to go back and actually kind of relive that moment.
Can you think about like the person that built this? You know, like the time and effort, and how many tries it took for him to shape the metal, to, you know, weight and keep
it different from the other models that they have too, right?
They all have the same sort of look to them, but they're not the same. You know,
this is a beautiful spec. Like I want to call it like a mocha, light tan, sand even. It's just beautiful, and this is like timeless beauty.
This is American history here.
Yeah, literally. So just seeing this makes me want to actually go back and kind of put myself in that era where they actually designed these cars. But hold on, what is this? I see the flames. Were these painted flames, or is this a wrap?
Yes, this was painted. Again, Barry thinking outside the box. This is a 1950 Merc.
Oh, wow.
And obviously you can tell this is about as customized as you
can get, especially for a vehicle from back then. Now, I want to show you a very cool part. Look at this. So, guys, he said it was paint, but look how much they went into detail. You can see the shadow lines of the flames painted onto this vehicle as well. All the line work is very sharp. Everything meets very perfectly.
You gotta get the cool sticker here.
I would never run my car over your fingers, so please don't run your. There you go, just like that. I mean, you see the typical. A lot of owners have don't touch.
I feel like we should copyright that and put it on.
You know what you do? Right? You put a logo there. You put it out to the world, and you copyright it and make it an actual poster.
Absolutely.
You see so many people with don't touch or please don't touch, but that's pretty funny.
This is the right way to do it. What about this? What do you think of this?
What is this? Is this like a pocket mic?
Yeah, it's just, you know.
But I mean,
one of Barry's ideas.
Look how nice it is on the interior. Look at the nice leather. I see Sony's speaker set up.
That's a CD changer. You know what that? Did you know what that was?
I just knew it was Sony.
Yeah, you don't even know what a CD is, probably.
Oh, I know what a CD is. You got a fire extinguisher too?
Yeah.
A small little fire extinguisher?
Well, this is if you get stuck in traffic, you just jump in that pocket rocket.
And make your way home. You can just scoot through the traffic.
Did you get the VCR in this?
Okay, I know what a VCR is. My dad had that in his car. Ah. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so your dad was cool. Okay,
yeah. I know VCRs, but I don't know. I wouldn't know what was there before the VCR.
If I gave you a VCR, you wouldn't know what it was.
No, I know what it is.
All right, so here we go. So now we're really going way back.
How far back?
This is a 1933 Cadillac.
Look at the entire Cadillac logo is just different. it's more square than it is rectangle. Because I know the new Cadillac logos are more longer.
This is you know, kind of like the original design of Cadillac, and this is kind of, it went on from here.
Wait, hold on a second. V12?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
From what year?
1933.
What were they trying to accomplish with the V12 back in that day?
Well, this was a sports car back then.
Oh, and it's a convertible too.
Oh, it's a 1931. Sorry.
1931. Wow, I can't believe that. But imagine how baller that was to say, back in the day, you have a V12 car.
And there's a little door here that I've always wondered. Maybe somebody from your channel can tell me exactly what it is. Is it a luggage compartment? Do you let your dog in through here? Do you let your kids in through here? I don't know. Somebody maybe can help me out with that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm actually stumped on that right now. I actually had an experience where we sat in a similar car. I'm not sure it's the same model, but I know it's a similar car because I actually went and I hopped in the back of this.
Well, there's several models because that one has it as well. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it could have been anything, but yeah.
1931, you said, right?
1931.
And look at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was restored, but it's done right.
But it's still.
But look,
these are the footsteps, right?
Steps to get up here.
Yeah, you step on here, and
that's what I'm like. So what is this?
Very firm. Yeah. Very firm. You got a little box here. You got a pool table. I like the atmosphere. I like the vibe. You know, imagine just coming here with a couple of your friends.
Absolutely.
Just hanging out.
And that's what it is. So, you know, it's museum-like, but yet you
museum, lounge, man cave. You know what?
Very relaxed.
I gotta say, Barry is a guy of taste, and you know, like you said, as soon as I walked through the door, from the art pieces to the actual bigger statues and the cars, and I mean, look at some of the images. For example, you have painting, and you still have another inspirational person. You got Marilyn Monroe in jewels, like. There's all types of artwork. Special
right there.
That's awesome. He's done quite a lot of work.
Let me show you this. This is actually vinyl. This is a 1930 Stutz. There's not very many of these, and this car is about as heavy as they come. They loaded it on the trailer the other day, and they had
awesome.
They had to leave the trailer here and go get another trailer because it was too weak for this car. That's how heavy. Yeah, it's like a train.
I can't believe it.
1930, and it runs. I drove it around the facility the other day.
I can't.
There's another one here.
I can open the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Oh my gosh. See, I love it. This is what I mean by museum, right? Everything's in such perfect, pristine condition.
We tried to, and you know, it is a tedious job just because we're constantly going from car to car, from room to room.
Yeah.
Just, trying to check everything.
Like you said, it's like a full-time job.
Check this one out.
Got the suicide doors. Wow.
You should sit in this one.
Right-hand drive as well. Wow. You know, back in the day, there was no airbags or anything. So
no, you're getting that steering wheel right in your ribs. And look, this is where you shift.
I can't.
How crazy is that? So you have to put it in drive.
Yeah.
And then from there on, you press the clutch.
This is first gear, second gear, third gear.
Convenient, right?
Gated. This is the real gated. This right here is the real gated. We don't want it down here. We want it up here, right by the.
It's like
it's like a video game. It's like a.
That's where
the Switch. Yeah, the PS.
This is 1949 Delahaye.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I
believe this one will be going to.
To the auction?
Yeah. No. To what's the.
Amelia.
Amelia.
That's awesome. And is this supposed to be this so you can look at yourself? I just noticed myself.
I don't know. We'll say it is.
That's a very nice antique wood. I really love it.
The wood.
The wood is really, like I said, I think the best word.
And this car runs as well. Like this car is actually very smooth car to drive. This one's more of a choo-choo train, but look at that engine.
That's green, and that's how we made it?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. How often do you see a green engine?
Yeah. It's like the size of a tractor engine block, right?
It's a huge engine.
It probably weighs about the same too.
Wow, I mean, I'm sure that also adds to how heavy this car is. Craziness. And yeah, I mean, you can this is in perfect condition, but just the style of it, you can see how things were back in the day.
Definitely. I love how every company had their own little
hood ornament.
Everybody had their little
little touch, right, to signify that this is our brand, this is our vehicle.
And that's the beauty. I like going back and just looking at this, and it's crazy to think that these cars inspire what we have out here.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily tell that some of these cars were inspired. But I do know we missed a couple cars. We kind of walked past these cars over here.
How could you?
Yeah, shame on me. This looks somewhat familiar.
This is a Pantera.
Pininfarina? I mean, no, De Tomaso.
De Tomaso Pantera.
Wow.
It's obviously modified, but this car will send you for a ride for sure.
This is like the original. This is like some of the cars that De Tomaso.
We actually have the original as well. That's not modified, but that's coming later on.
Another edition.
Yes.
Holy crap! Look at the back of this.
That'll
car.
take you to the moon and back.
Look at the setup. I don't even know what's going on, but I'm just mind blown. I can understand that this is a fast car.
Very fast.
As soon as you see the tanks.
Yeah, you know you're
there
in
you
business.
Go. Yeah, exactly.
This is another beautiful. This is a 1962 Corvette.
Corvette.
The Resto mod.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the way they have Corvette.
Very detailed.
Because a lot of the new cars have it, but to see it in a car that old, wow, that's beautiful.
Very clean, very detailed. That engine there, I think it's a LS1. It's another beautiful car. This
is now something fun. I can tell that he had fun with this car.
Yes, he will go out there, and if you're not careful in this car, you will get in trouble, because this car it's like a rocket strapped to a shell of a car.
I mean, look how small it is.
Yeah.
This thing probably full send everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the. You got to see the caution note that you have on the door. I mean, it's true. You step out to something that's gonna blow your legs off.
Absolutely.
It's nuts. It's amazing. And you know what? I really like this color, like the Nardo gray with the black with the red accents.
I love that color. It looks cool. No guy will look bad in this car. In a sunny South Florida day.
Exactly.
550 horsepower. I mean, listen.
It's gonna fly.
You got plenty.
Yeah,
you're good.
It's a little mini rocket on wheels.
What about this? What do you think of this?
765 LT Spider.
MSO.
Looks fully MSO'd up. That's pretty cool wheels. I might have seen, but I know you don't get those wheels too often. Not many people option it. But tell me about the honeycomb pattern.
It was just something that Barry saw it and he really liked it. He incorporated it not only to the sides, but
you see it through the front, and I see it on the wing as well.
And it would just run all along the car. And
nice orange inserts as well to kind of offset the orange accents on the outside.
Obviously something different, something you don't see every day, and in true Barry fashion, iconic collection fashion.
So I would assume this is one of your newer vehicles?
Yes, we actually received this, I would say, about a month ago.
I see.
And we displayed it at the concourse in Design District I would say 2 weekends ago.
Dude, I mean, I'm lost for words. Like I said, this is a museum. There's taste, there's design, there's thought. You can tell that there's been countless hours of just curated thought into how you want to vision this facility to be. And I gotta ask you just one last art-related question. You gotta explain what this is for me. I don't understand.
Oh, okay, cool. So Barry will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll tell you what I know.
Right.
So this art piece is about 3 sons. I believe when the parents passed away, they left. One of the sons, they left them all the money. The other one, they left them all the land and valuables or whatever.
Right.
And they left this son the donkey. But little does he know that the donkey is producing more than any of those things.
The donkey's pooping out gold.
Yeah, it is to teach you that you have to be thankful for what you have. You never know what you're going to get out of not only life, but the people that you're around.
Exactly, you got to appreciate it for what it is,
absolutely.
Right? And dude, honestly, I appreciate you. I appreciate you kind of just allowing us to be here, spending time with us, and just kind of giving us access to really get a close-up look at some of these cars. Like I said, Apollo IE, 10 of them in the world, right? Yes. What are the chances that you're going to stand next to one, let alone see it with the doors up, and to experience the MC12 Corsa, to experience some of the hypercars you guys have in there, the F50, the LaFerrari, the SP2 Monza. It's a surreal feeling, and to be here, I definitely want to be back. And I think if we ever come back to Florida, this is kind of like you guys got to do like rental space out here. I would love to kind of just sleep here.
Heck yeah.
And this is just awesome.
I'll tell you what, you take care of the cars and we'll let you sleep here for free. We'll put a blanket.
I'm sure
up
with the amount of work that gets done to facilitate and maintain this place.
Yeah, it is a full-time job, and it is a full team effort, you know. Nonetheless,
and that's what it takes, right?
It includes Barry, you know, from the top to everybody. And it is a beautiful place, and we try to keep it that way. And we intend to just make the collection grow and just make this place even more unique than it already is.
I mean, I'm excited to see what other cars are coming by. I mean, there's cars here that blew my mind, but I think within the next few months,
time you come, you're gonna have to we're gonna have to set it up where you can hear all these cars that we spoke about.
Oh yeah, I'll make a list. I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, all the viewers get to hear this.
About the viewers, you guys gotta let me know, of all the cars that we've seen here today, which car do you guys find most fascinating? That was it, guys. That was the Ikonic collection here in Miami, Florida. We've seen a ton of cool cars that we've never seen before, but I want to know what car you guys would take. Let me know in the comments below. My pick, I think it's safe to say that I'm gonna pick the Apollo IE. But go down in the comments, let me know what car you guys would take in this collection, and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time for the next video.